Brian here from the Katana Tone Lab and Guitars and Cigars. It's Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a great day. Fabulous week. And it is time for another installment of our Katana Classroom, where we go over all the various settings, effects, cab simulations, distortion pedals, all the different things that you can do with a Boss Katana amp. This is a Gen 3 212. I recently upgraded from my MK250 because the power amp in it went. So, seemed like a logical thing to do, and I upgraded. And boy, am I glad I did. This thing has got all kinds of doohickeys, bells, whistles, you name it, you can pretty much do it with this amp. Extremely impressed. So each week we pick one specific thing that we're going to focus on and try to figure out exactly what we can do with it and what it does. As usual, I'm using my Chillcat Vintage Les Paul, and I am using the purple Happy cables that came in the mail last week. Happy Cables is graciously come on as one of our partners. It's been talking to the owner, Kyle, for a while, and he was gracious enough to send us a couple of cables to give them a whirl. So far, absolutely fantastic. Rugged and solid. No artifact, no snap, crackle, pop, none of the garbage you get with lesser quality cables. So, I can't speak highly enough about these cables. Equally, I can't speak highly enough about these guitars. I am not a paid spokesman for either one. So people are out there going, no, I'm not. I'm talking about these two specific things because I think they're outstanding musical instruments. Outstanding cables, outstanding guitar that plays way above its price point. To the point where I own a second one. And to my wife's dismay, I'm contemplating buying a third. We'll see how that goes. That might be when the other bearded fat man comes this year. Might be in my stocking. We'll see. So today we're going to talk about the contour, which is an equalization. Basically, one tap can change your whole tone overall without changing anything else in the amp. So I'm going to read exactly what Boss says about the contour setting, which is, again, located up here in your tone studio, up in the equalization or the equalizer section where your bass, mid, and treb is. So basically what it does is the tone studio also allows you to fine-tune the 3 contour settings. Each position can have its own center frequency, with an amount of boost or cut. So basically, it will take out some lows, take out some highs, or boost your mids without actually touching any of the dials. Now, according to Boss again, and this is certainly what I have seen, having played around with a lot, the green, which is contour 1, adds warmth and lower mids. Chords will sound fuller, single notes get thicker, and the overall tone has more body. So we're on nothing. We have it off right now. We're using our Boris Karloff patch, which just hit the Katana Tone Lab Facebook page. You can download that tonight. Actually, you can yesterday. Excuse me. So. So that's the contour off. We've got our bass at 40, we got our mids at 65, and I have no treble on this at all. So now we're going to put the green on. So all you need to do is you just go up and click this once, and So that's with contour 1 on. Let's go back to 0. Contour 1. So I think the bottoms get a little fuller. And I think it cleans it up a tiny bit. So now we're going to go from green to red. Contour 2, which is red. Scoops the mids while tightening the low end and adding a little more top end presence. It's great for modern rhythm tones and heavier styles. So now we're still in the green. Now we're in the red. Definitely get more of a scoop tone out of it. Definitely. So it's definitely scooping the mids, and it's kind of adding a little more presence, I think, that you can certainly hear. Now, if we took the presence, turned it all the way down, now we'll boost it back up. Put it at 85. Definitely get more bottom end, and I think it tightens it up more like it's compressed almost. So that's the red. So let's go off again. This is off. This is red. Definitely get that more compressed feel. Maybe Somewhere in Time by Iron Maiden, that kind of compressed, almost like just a cracked wah pedal type of thing. Yeah, I think that's probably the closest that I can come up with right now, not having enough coffee for the day as usual. So, all right, so the orange, which is contour 3, pushes the upper mids, helping solos cut through the mix and giving lead tones more focus without simply turning up the treble. This is the one I think you get the biggest change out of the 3. So we're in red still. Now we're in orange. Again, we'll go to off. Now we're in orange. So you're definitely getting that upper mids, and it definitely, what exactly were they saying here? It says it turns up the treble. I don't know if I don't get that too much, but maybe that's just my old ass ears. Let's go back to nothing. Go to orange. I'm not getting the treble increase that they're talking about, but there again, could be my old ass ears. All right, so now we're going to go back to 0, and we're going to go over to the actual contour setting. Now, in your Katana, your tone studio, you can go to each one of these and look exactly and see what's going on with each pedal, each effect. Pretty much everything you can do to this amp, you can go in and make modifications to. So we're going to go over to the contour. As you can see, it's reading off. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to use my up and down arrows on my keyboard. Now we're on green. So we can go in and fine tune this to check out different types. of bumps up the mids quite a bit. Bumps up the mids a lot. And we can go up one more. Oh yeah, it really kicks the mids up and dumps the lows. And then you can go in and you can change the frequency as well. Let's bring it down to -31. Let's bring the tight back. Wow, that really fills that in. Max that out, see what happens. Back up. So that really fills in when you start messing around with the type and your frequency. Go to 1. Really scoops the shit out of it, I think. Let's bring it back down to where it would be considered roughly half. So you can definitely do quite a bit with just green, just one. So let's go to contour 2. Didn't change type, didn't change frequency. Let's go to 1. Let's go up to 2. Definitely cranks up the mids there. Personally, I like type 3 on both. Let's bring the frequency basically all the way up to you. Let's go the opposite spectrum. Let's bring it down to nothing. Excuse me. Raining out. My allergies are going, what? So we're at 50% right now on the frequency. Now, mind you, you're getting all these changes and you're not touching your knobs at all. All this does is just takes a kind of a photograph of what you've got currently set, and it's going to make its changes off of that. 1, 2. Quite a bit of difference there. All right. Let's bring this down to 2. And we will go to contour 3, which is the orange. Let's bring the type up to 2. Go to 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 definitely does mid boosts, is the biggest thing I'm seeing change wise. We're not seeing any variation in our actual bass, middle, and treble knobs whatsoever while we're doing this. This is strictly on the back end of the various pedals and the various things that this amp can do. 2, 3, 'Let's bring the frequency down to nothing. Now we'll go the opposite end of the world here. We'll go up to maxed. So between the three, you get quite a bit of difference without making actual tweaks to your amp. You dial in what you like, mid-wise, treble-wise, bass-wise. You don't touch it. Then you can go into this and make your tweaks accordingly. So let's go to a different patch. Now we're on the dark 80s. Nothing. Now we're on 1. Now we're on 2. Now we're on 3. 3 is the one in my opinion, gives me the biggest change. Let's do dark 80s on 3 with type 1. Mids are definitely down. Mids are definitely up more. Again, really maxes out your mids at that point. So basically, what the contour really does, as far as I can see, is it really strictly just controls your mids. Doesn't do much for your low, doesn't do much for your treble, but just tweaking your mids can make all that difference. It's kind of like when we'll go into 0 here, go back into effects. I'm going to bring the treble way up. Go to mids. I'm going to take my mids all the way down to nothing. Now we'll put them back all the way up. So as you bring up your mids, it obviously scoops the shit out of it. I personally am someone who likes my mids in the middle. '80s assault, mids are lower. Boris Karloff. My mids are a little bit higher because I wanted that more scoop sound. Very Dirt is very different than all of them. Much less boost, much less oomph, so to speak. Then we got the Unfazed. Going, help me! 0, 1. Not hearing a big difference because of the overall settings on this amp. Go back to the dark. Big difference between them and off. Next week, we're going to go over what the variation does, but that really fattens up the sound too. So that's kind of the down and dirty on what the contour does for your overall tone. So you can make your mids boost and get more scooped without actually changing anything on the dials, just by tapping this button here between the 3. So, if you're someone who really likes lots of mids, you might be the person who wants to always be on contour 3, the orange. If you're someone who likes their mids more tame, like I do, I'm often in the green because I don't want super high mids. I prefer it, as the name implies, in the middle, the mids. So everything is all personal preference. It's all about your taste, what you like. I grew up in the 80s playing guitar. Rat, Jakey Lee, Randy in the beginning, John Sykes. So my taste kind of gravitates towards that. And then earlier as well, because I'm a huge fan of Floyd and Zeppelin and Foghat. And that whole 70s classic rock vibe is really what got me into music. My uncle got me into it with his gigantic record collection. When I was like 7, I started thumbing through it. So what you grow up with kind of, I think, dictates your taste to an extent. Does it change over time? Certainly. I used to like things a little bit more trebly. I don't like that anymore. That's just my personal preference. As you can see, a lot of the patches that I make have less treble, mids are in the middle, and I like a little more bottom end, which is why I run a 412 on my Katana. I like that bottom end that you get from having the 4 speakers. There again, it's just a preference thing. So, all right, Brian here from Katana Tone Lab and Guitars and Cigars. This was another episode of our Katana Classroom, where we're trying to go over everything you can do with this amazing amp. Seems unlimited. I'm sure we're going to get to the point where we're going to go, oh, an update came out. Fantastic. Then we'll start learning all over again. So we appreciate you checking out our stuff. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on X. And we are on YouTube. If you like what we're doing here, you think I'm a fool, or maybe you really are getting something out of it, by all means, like and comment on whatever your favorite flavor of social is. If you really like what we're doing, you're getting some information that you can actually use, then please find us on YouTube. We're on Guitars and Cigars. I'm dying. Friggin' allergies up. Running rampant right now. Coffee makes everything better. Remember that. So if you really like what we're doing, you're finding this information useful, you're able to take it and apply it to what you're doing, fantastic. Find us on YouTube. We're on Guitars and Cigars and Katana Tone Lab on YouTube. If you could subscribe, it would really be great. It would help us out a lot, and we would certainly appreciate it. All right. Brian here from the Katana Tone Lab. Smoke long, play loud, live well.